Congratulations. You are now listening to my live stream. Soon you might be watching my live stream. Look, just kidding. Haven't done anything exciting yet. But being that we're 2 shows before Thanksgiving and I work in the world of radio in the morning, I thought nothing much more appropriate to play today than this. Enjoy.
The copter seems to be circling the parking area now. I guess it's looking for a place to land. No, something just came out of the back of the helicopter. It's a dark object. Perhaps a skydiver plummeting to the earth from only 2,000 feet into the air. The third. Oh, my God, they're talking! Oh, Johnny, can you get this? Oh, they're crashing to the earth right in front of our eyes. One just went through the windshield of a parked car.
Thanks for that on-the-spot report, Lance. For those of you who just tuned in, the Pinedale Shopping Mall has just been bombed with live turkeys.
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
Hello? Radio tower?
Hello?
Yes, what do you want?
What are you broadcasting on?
Turn on your radio.
Short broadcast.
Probably shouldn't broadcast that.
People that are, in broadcasting.
3, 2, 1.
Wow, they gave me the countdown. I didn't even have to think on that one. That's a Monday treat. Happy Monday, friends. Good morning. Good morning, Fred friend. Fredward. Good morning to you, Freddie. Thank you. Come to the table. Have some bacon. I'm going to wait a little bit. I have a new shirt on today that I can't wait to premiere. Those of you who know me, this pretty much fits me. And it's nothing spectacular, but it's pretty awesome. And good morning, because you guys are pretty awesome. Glad to see you here for a short week. Thanksgiving week, right? Soon we will be brining and smoking in my house. I say we in the royal sense because that's a me thing. But I'm looking forward to cooking up some turkeys, getting ready for Thanksgiving fun time with the family. As small as our circle is, I'm glad to have every single one of them. So hope you guys are gearing up for Thanksgiving. Hope you can hear this all right. I farted with the mic again this morning. I feel like we're okay and things are moving forward. Little WKRP this morning. As a kid, Dr. Johnny Fever. I will never forget being a small child and watching that show with Mom and Dad, and he said, "Booger." It's like, haha, yeah. I've always been kind of an F the man, when it comes to the radio world. You want to be that pirate radio guy. Anybody remember that movie in the, it was either late 80s or early 90s, but had Christian Slater in it, where he pirated a radio station. It was like Footloose, but radio. Anyway, I don't even remember the name of it. It was I don't know, pirate radio or something. It was something really simple like that. But as we head into the pump up the volume, thank you, Alicia. Yes, that's absolutely it. And I think it was maybe 89, 90-ish. It was around in that blurb. But I know despite your youthful appearance, you are in with me in my generational blurbs of Alzheimer sparks I get every once in a while. Thank you for that. Heading into Thanksgiving, I am thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for you tuning in for this for 5+ years. That's kind of nuts. Well, how many seasons did Friends have? Oh, let's go. We're inspired by man, I'm sure, I hope a lot. You know what I mean? It was a funny show. It was a funny ass show. But anyway, I'm thankful, as I mentioned in the comment as I launched, thankful that there's no network to cancel me. Although I did get booted for 30 days, let's never forget the Twitter days. Or no, the Twitch days. It wasn't even Twitter. Twitch days. That's right. We had to stream Twitch for a month. Today is National Sardines Day. And I'm not anti-sardines. I don't want it on pizza, but I'm not anti-sardines. But today is National Sardines Day. Today we celebrate Sardines. And it's Celebrate Your Unique Talent Day. So if you've got a quirky talent, one of those kind of talents, I want to know what it is. I can tie a cherry nut into a stem with my tongue. That's pretty slick. I can play piano with my toes. Oh, can you? So let me know what's your unique talent today. I don't know what mine is. I used to be really good at spitting things up in the air and catching them in my mouth. But then I swallowed a nickel, and so I kind of dropped out of that career. But a unique talent. Like I play trombone, but that's not a unique talent. My son plays trombone. There's plenty of trombone players. You can make a mean lasagna. I can make a Kleenex dance. Did you know that? Put a little boogie in it. Ha ha, put a little boogie in it. That's a dad joke. Okay, let's get this TIQ up. Today's impossible question brought to you by Wibb's Drive-In Barbecue, the OG in Jackson, Missouri. Carrie and I went and had some Wibb's for lunch when whatever the last federal holiday was, I think. I don't remember. We went and got Wibb's for lunch because we were together. And it was delicious, as expected. Always is. Been delicious for how long Wibb's been around? 472 years. 472 years of barbecue goodness in Jackson before they even had smokers. Hi, Kellis, and good morning. It's a foggy start in downtown Cape. It was quite pretty last night. We were driving back from Layla's volleyball banquet yesterday evening, post-sunset. But the fog was just thick enough that you couldn't see the top of the pillars on the bridge. And so it was just that kind of eerie bridge glow with the underlighting, and it was really nice. I didn't take a picture. All right. Yeah, and shout out to Gregory Gannon for throwing a little TikTok live over the weekend. Bravo, sir. Over 50% of Americans are unable to do this. Celebrating Unique Talent Day today, by the way. So guess away on the TIQ. Winner gets a ring of the cowbell, a roll of the lucky number dice. You need a good lucky number for a Monday. And if you're local, I'll hook you up with, I don't even know what movie passes we have, but I'll find a movie pass, and you can go see the fucking movie. Whistle. No. Whistle, baby. Whistle, baby. I wonder what that percentage is. I've always enjoyed whistling. One of my mom's favorite pictures of me when I was a kid, I was just walking through the yard like, I don't know, 4 or 5, with my hands in my little jeans pockets and my little Sesame Street looking outfit, and just dead serious whistling face. Always been a whistler. So is Mike Rennick. And if you're around this building and you hear people whistling, most people will know that that's either me or Mike. We are the whistlers, constantly whistling. Always. Roll their tongue. No, that's a good guess. Layla's Volleyball Championship. That'd be a great band name. Drive a stick shift. Use a wall-mounted telephone. Oh, we're back to the wall-mounted telephones, Dennis. Yes. Not it. Chew gum and walk at the same time. That's a good guess. Oh, it was actually just a banquet. The banquet. So guess away on the TIQ. Regardless of where you live, I'll give you a hearty high five. Oink, oink. It's breakfast. Birthday bacon. I'm sorry, little piggies. You're delicious. Oh, bacon's so good. Dennis, no, not it. Let's see, do you want to rub this and pat this? Dun, dun. Now, if you can do it 2 against 3, you know. 1, 2, dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Odd Time Signatures Brew. Parallel Park. Good guess. Not it. Happy birthday to you if your name is Josh Enger. Josh is an awesome dude. Part of our Altenburg extended family, right? Happy birthday to you, sir. Happy birthday to Holly Rush. Rush, Rush. It's Holly's birthday. Rush to give her happy wishes. Midget blowing, perhaps? No. They should. Some of them are unable to do that because they can't get to the alley. Happy birthday to Mikey Powers, saxophone player extraordinaire, Boomtown United. He was the saxophone player when I got to play with Goldfinger. He and I were the tag team local-ish duo that jumped on with Goldfinger for that, and it was awesome. Mikey's an awesome dude. Hope to see you soon. Happy freaking birthday. Touch your toes. Boy, that's a good guess. See your toes. Trevor and Alicia on the same page. I like it. Not it. Not it. But good guesses so far. Happy birthday to Jeff Jordan. Happy birthday to Jeff. Happy birthday to Jeff. Timothy Cannon's birthday today. Happy birthday to Mr. Timothy Cannon. Happy birthday to Katie Stricker. I will say it every year. Katie Stricker makes me laugh. Happy birthday to Katie. She's awesome. She gets high fives from a distance because they're not around town anymore. So there you go. Hide from the Epstein list. Well, a dandy guess, but not it. Happy birthday to Letitia Zito. We worked together in the Emergenza Day. Happy birthday, Letty. Hope you have a fantastic birthday and the world showers you with gifts galore. Scratch their balls. Nope. You know, you got to wonder sometimes, like if Letty just happened to pop on from France or Italy or where she's at today and sell that birthday wish. And it was like, oh, that's so nice and sincere. And the next thing I said was, scratch their balls. No. That's how you know it's a real show. Happy celebrity birthday to Katherine Heigl. You know Katherine Heigl? She was, what was the show she was on? Wasn't Scrubs. Was it Scrubs? No. She was on one of them hospital-y shows, though. Ohio. You know why they call it Ohio? Because it's high in the middle and round on both ends. You remember that Bugs Bunny cartoon, little blip right there? Bugs Bunny was messing with Elmer Fudd because it's high in the middle and round on both ends. Izzy on Grey's Anatomy. Thank you. Grey's Anatomy I could not click. And Carrie liked that show. I didn't mind that show except for the one, and this is why I remember Katherine Heigl, was because they had like a grenade or something go off in the OR. And she just comes walking out stunned with like a couple little cuts on her or whatever. And I'm like, brah, nah, that's office physics. So anyway, so that kind of threw me out from Grey's Anatomy. I was like, no, they had a Michael Bay moment and they blew it. It is actor Colin Hanks' birthday today as well. Colin Hanks' been on a lot of stuff. Happy birthday to Colin Hanks. I didn't know Colin Hanks was 48. He looks about 38. So good job, Colin. Good skincare regimen. Mickey Sharp. No, but good guess. Good guess. TIQ. Over 50% of Americans are unable to do this. Do the Mickey Sharp. What would the Mickey Sharp dance be? Mickey, we need to invent a Mickey Sharp dance. Do the Mickey Sharp. Be one of the dentists that recommended Dentine gum. No. Good luck. It's your guilty pleasure show? That's fair. That's fair. It's not a bad show. You know, I mean, you can't go wrong with McSteamy. She also used to watch Nip Tuck back in the day. Oh, I think it's time to debut my T-shirt before we go into today's History Nuggets. Let me go ahead and flip the graphic, though. We got to put these piggies to bed. They got bacon to make. Get after it. So, my new T-shirt, you're like, oh, look, it's a UFO. It's pulling a cow up. But look. It's AI as shit, and I don't care. Strip, strip, strip. Ba-dun, dun, da-dun, da-dun, dun, da-dun, dun, da-dun, dun. There we go. I know. I knew you'd like it. This was a guilty treat yesterday at the craft fair when Carrie and I went. And it's one big thick ass iron on it. It's gonna suck in the summertime, but I don't care. I'll wear it out by then anyway. That's my new shirt for the day. UFO abduction kitty. He's like, oh my God, my friend Terry the giant cow is getting abducted. And for real, the cow doesn't even really look that concerned. The cow's like, let's go make aliens. Let's go make alien milk. Speaking of cows getting abducted, you know what didn't keep this cow from getting out? Barbed wire. And on this date in 1874, barbed wire was invented. Before then, you just had wire. And then this guy got divorced from his wife, and he named it barbed wire because he didn't like her. She was pointy. The Mickey Sharp dance definitely gets gothy, Fred. Definitely got some wavy arm and some Scooby-Doo kind of moments in it, a little bit, I think. It was on this date in 1963. If you recall, 2 days ago on Saturday was the anniversary of the assassination of John F. Kennedy, and it was on this date, 2 days later, that Dallas nightclub owner Jack Ruby shot and wounded, mortally wounded, basically killed Lee Harvey Oswald, the accused assassin of President John F. Kennedy. Jack Ruby shot Oswald. Use their turn signal. Good guess. Not it. Oh, yes. TikTok, Matty whacking the heezy with the dad jokes. Some people don't understand barbed wire, but I get the point. Dink. And then there was that thing with Pam Anderson. Yeah. Oh, what a terrible movie, too. I mean, hooray for leather pants. Cat suits. But, yeah. Have you seen the new Naked Gun? I finally watched it. And Pamela Anderson's in that. It was okay. I mean, it was funny, but Liam Neeson did a good job. I don't know. It was okay. 1971, on this date, hijacker D.B. Cooper parachuted from a Northwest Airlines 727 over the Pacific Northwest, Washington State, and flew out $200,000 in cash. His fate remains unknown. There was a guy who found some of D.B. Cooper's cash, and it was confirmed via the serial numbers that it was some of D.B. Cooper's cash. Found it in the woods. They still haven't found D.B. Cooper. Taking your guesses on the TIQ. You get to find out your lucky number for the day. We're going to talk about some how your favorite pizza toppings determine your personality. You didn't know this. We've done donuts. We've done dessert items. We've done your favorite songs, I think. I don't know. We've done a bunch of things that determine your personality. This is pizza toppings, though, which is obviously the proper metric in order to gauge your personality. So, no, sir, man. The barbed wire wraparounds, yeah, no, not for me. The bull is the closest thing I got to any of that tribal-y looking stuff, and that's just because I really enjoyed the line art of it. That was a fun one. I still got to get this one redone. That guy's on the list. I just got to make time. I got to remember to make time. It's just so dumb. Oh yeah, first you limp to the side like your leg is broken, shaking and twitching, kind of like I was smoking. Crazy, whack, funky. People say you look like Mickey Sharp on stage, Humpty. Oh, yeah? Do the Humpty Hump. All right. And finally, in 2005, the M&M's balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade hit a light pole, knocked the light pole over, and injured 2 spectators. Let me remind you, parades is dangerous. Dangerous. I wore my Troy hat today, by the way. Troy Moole that pops in here with us. This is his disc doggy branding, the Show Me Aussies. Because Troy, if you didn't know, has got some awesome puppers that can catch the frisbees and jump off his back and do freaking parkour backflips and shit and catch a frisbee in their mouth, and then they throw it back, and then they recite the Gettysburg Address. They're so smart. His doggos are so smart. You should go to Troy's page and go watch his doggo videos. You'll find them. And you'll find Stone Richards blowing in with the wind. Old Stone Richards, weather lord. Stone, we're getting close to the end of the year, you know. Starting thinking about contract renewal time and all that. You gonna stick with me? You gonna be my homie with the weather chromies? It's 44 degrees right now in downtown Cape. I'm gonna edge it up to 45. But it feels like 41. It's a little breezy, not bad, but it's foggy, okay? So in some spots right now, it's pretty damn thick. Be careful out there, kids. We want you to get where you're going safely, and especially if you're heading south on the interstate, man, you know, right here in Cape, you get to that south spot on the interstate, diversion channel, it's just a foggy swamp. Afford health insurance or pay student loans? No, but good guess. I'm trying to think what's the closest one's been so far. Not scratching balls. I'd say seeing your toes, touch your toes, maybe. That might be the closest. Kind of in the vague ballpark, maybe up in the bleachers. I don't know. So today, a high of 54. We're looking at rain this afternoon, mainly between noon and 4, about a 60% shot this afternoon. And then as we get into tonight, bedtime-ish on, pretty good shot, 90%. But we'll have a low of 51. It's actually going to warm up overnight as we step into tomorrow morning. Be a little warmer tomorrow, about 10 degrees warmer tomorrow. High of 64 for your Tuesday. 20% chance of showers in the morning, then cloudy the rest of the day. Maybe see some sun by the afternoon tomorrow. That'd be nice. That'd be swell, but maybe not. Maybe it'll be like yesterday, and they'll say it'll be sunny, and then the sun showed up at like 2 minutes left in the sunrise, or daylight. Tuesday night, low of 37, partly cloudy. Brrr. Sunny for Wednesday, high of 48. Sunny for Turkey Day, high of 46. But Wednesday night, low of 29. So you're going to get freezy shit. So it's going to be a cold cook on that smoker for that turkey. Give yourself enough time. Make sure you're thinking. Now, if you've got a good Smoking Brothers smoker like me, you know that temperature's properly regulated. Just keep your pellets full. Don't screw that one up. Gee willikers. Gee willikers. I'm going with a mix of maple and cherry for this year's smoke pellets on the turkey. Going to hybrid them up. I think that's what I bought. Maple and cherry. Maple and apple. That's what I got. Maple and apple wood. So dumb. God damn. Tie their shoes. Do a sit-up. Tie a bow behind their back. Boy, that's a good guess. All good guesses. Not it. Dandy guesses. I got my camera off. The black is glitching out. Let's fix that. It's going to bother me. It's probably bothering you. Probably not nearly as much as it bothers me, though. So I'm obsessive. I think that's going to be in my... See, it doesn't even look like it on my side. Nope. There we go. There. That's better. Now my arm's not all stitchy. Tie a bow behind their back. I could do that now. Back in the day, it was difficult. Fortunately, though, I had stopped wearing dresses with bows at the late 90s at the latest. All right. Let's get into our brekkie bits. We're doing good on today's schedule. Why do I have the Ron Spiracy up? Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. I was fucking with the camera. There we go. Stone, see you on Wednesday, buddy, for the closer for this short week. And yeah. All right. Simple Jack's here. Hungry Jack's here. Not believing internet facts. Nope. That's far smaller. Thank you, Wibbs Drive-In, for sponsoring today's TIQ and being on the back of my delicious coffee. Been making a lot of documentaries on people, you know. You ever watch documentaries? You like those? Those big epic movies documenting someone's life? They're going to be doing one on Chevy Chase soon. And it includes his admission that he left Saturday Night Live too early. Should have stuck around. Well, hindsight's 20/20, Chevy. A copy of the first edition of a Superman comic sold at auction over the weekend for $9 million. $9 million, first edition Superman. That's crazy. And you know, here's the thing I think. Inevitably, we're at a peak point of the generation that would have had and kept and treasured those things passing away, right? Our greatest generation passing on. And I just have a feeling like there's some addicts in the U.S. that, you know, have some baseball cards and some comic books and some things like that from that era that are just stored away. They just haven't made their way out yet. Treasures to be found. The bow behind the back is something you discovered in your high school foods class. Women could tie an apron behind their back. Guys could not. We had to wrap and tie in front. Well, I guess you guys should have worn more dresses. And you'd have figured it out. Duh. I'm quite adept at tying bows. I don't know, because I'm a badass bow man. Anyway, just a thought. You know, maybe your grandpa's got a first edition Superman comic up in the attic you didn't even know existed. It's like in an old photo album. Go through things. Explore that history. You never know what you'll find. Are you traveling over the Thanksgiving holiday? Who's got a road trip? Ours is low key, max like 20-mile round trip, 30-mile round trip, whatever it is. Not much of a trip. So hooray for us. AAA predicts that 81.8 million people will be traveling over the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. 6 million people flying, 73 million traveling by car. Beep, beep, aw shit. Lots of traffic. The busiest day at the airport was actually, I guess, yesterday. Or no, will be this coming Sunday. Right? Yeah. Followed by Saturday, and then a week from today, the Monday after Thanksgiving. So the busiest days on the road are going to be tomorrow and Wednesday, and then on Sunday when everybody's coming home, which is good because Friday we're going up to see The Urge. Can't wait. And traffic shouldn't be too terrible. It's Black Friday, though, right? So traffic, you're going to be still going to be people out going crazy. Going to be a lot of white SUVs with ladies who can barely see over the steering wheel trying to get up in the stores. So just be patient. Let your wife drive, Darren. Okay, good idea. Your uncle had a first edition Fantastic Four. That's awesome. And I had some comic books when I was a kid. Like, I had some Transformers. I love Transformers. I may have some Transformers first editions that are in a filing cabinet somewhere. I don't know whatever happened to those comic books. But I was also not a collector-keeper kind of kid. I didn't see the intrinsic value in saving them. I wanted to read them and look at them and, order the Grit magazine subscription out of the back so I could get the telescope after I sold so many. You know what I mean? Be ready for a shock the next time you see Jelly Roll, not the edible kind. I'm talking about the performer, multi-genre performer. Jelly Roll has shaved off his beard for the first time in 10 years. Shaved his beard off. Not that Jelly Roll had a massive beard. It wasn't really a full beard anyway. It was kind of that like the kid you met at the gas station that tried to sell you a hash beard. So he probably looks pretty good. But good for you, Jelly Roll. He's done so good for his health. He's jumped on that path, and now he's shaved his beard off. It's No Shave November. No Shave November. But you do it for all of us. Now I can keep my beard and not have to worry about it. Amazon Prime Video. You guys watch the Prime Video? I do on occasion. They've launched a new beta feature called Video Recaps. This is designed to let you catch up on critical key moments from previous seasons of original series that they have. So, like, they got an instant recap. I don't know. It's kind of cool. Is his brother named Bear Claw? Yes. Jelly Roll and Bear Claw. And then and their drummer's name is Long John. He's custard filled. No something November. No nut November. I had some honey roasted peanuts, I'm not going to lie. Broke that one open. A Long Island neurosurgeon is having to deal with the fact that his name is Dr. Jeffrey Epstein. You got to wonder if it's like the Office Space moment where he's like, you can just call me Jeff. Call me Mike. Fuji's rapper Praz. You remember Praz? Ghetto superstar. Praz Mikhail, however you pronounce it. Praz has been sentenced to 14 years in prison. He was found, get this, he was found guilty of illegally funneling millions of dollars in foreign contributions to former U.S. President Barack Obama's 2012 re-election campaign. Praz was doing dirty on the down low. Oh, well. Ask me how much I care, though. Needle broke. Don't care. All right. Thanks for jumping in. Glad you guys are hanging out. It is time to talk pizza. Think about your favorite pizza top. Boy, I had some tasty pizza Friday night. Jazz show, Underground Jazz Series. Anna Katarina Schulte, as she is freshly named because she's recently married. But Anna Katarina came in, did some bossa nova with Felipe, and oh man, it was a beautiful night. Beautiful night, good jazz, and before the jazz, we had beautiful pizza at Speck, and it was tasty. Oh man, I did with the artichokes and the olives on it, and just all the tangy and Good stuff. And not a bunch of bread. Like the crust is not thick. It's not a whole poof. It's good. Stone-fired pizza. I love pizza. But I'm kind of I'm not a one kind of go-to pizza all the time kind of pizza guy. I like the veggies on it, but I can go, I don't really dive in on the meats. It's just so much. I like a good buffalo chicken pizza occasionally. That's not a bad choice. But what's your favorite pizza? What's your favorite kind? I'm going to tell you what we got, and you can kind of see where you land. We have the classic cheese. We got pepperoni. You got to have pepperoni. The veggie enthusiast. We got spicy jalapeno. If you like a little spice, you like a little heat. Supreme pizza, right? You got the meat, you got the veggies. We got Hawaiian pizza. It's got to be in the mix. And the margarita, which was kind of what I had with at Spec the other night. Kind of, sort of. But I did have chicken on it, I think. So, anyway. So he was brilliant. There's pizza and there's pizza type food. Well, that's true. We're just talking pizza. Your favorite pizza. So, right off the top, the classic cheese. If your favorite is just a classic cheese, just bro, don't throw any shit on top. Just cheese it and let's go. You typically prefer simplicity. And it often reflects someone who's dependable, traditional, values the basic, enjoys life without too much complication. So that's you, the classic cheese lover. Yeah. I will get by. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Supreme all the way, says Jeannie. Good morning, Jeannie. That sounds like a tasty choice. Yeah, I like the Supreme because I like the mix of flavors. And I like tomatoes on my pizza. If they're cooked the right way, and the tomatoes were fresh so that I'm not getting like skin stuck to my gums that I got to go, hang on, guys, and pull this half-inch tomato skin off my gums. Okay. Anyway, so that's our cheese lover. Now the pepperoni fanatic, definitely a top spot for a lot of people's pizza list. Pepperoni fanatics, this crowd pleaser pick may indicate someone who's social, outgoing, enjoys a good balance of excitement and comfort in life. Oh, I like the comfort of the cheese, but put some peanuts. Gross. Put some pepperoni on there. Go to Modern in New Haven. Buddy, if I ever do get up that way, I'll let you know. This is the time of year. I guess it's kind of late now, but fall's the time of year to visit up there, right? Oh, the foliage. And summers are kind of humid up that way, aren't they? You guys kind of get a taste of what we get. Veggie enthusiasts. Not just veggies. I want all the veggies. Choosing a healthier topping often connects to people who are nurturing, mindful, and care about well-being, both theirs and others. So veggie lovers may be a little more empathetic. So if you're at a pizza place and there's a fight, go hang out at the veggie table. Or side with the meats. All right, if you like a little spice, you like a little spunk, some spicy, maybe it's a jalapeno slices on it, or maybe it's a buffalo sauce like the buffalo chicken. You want a little spice in your life. Ooh, Clams Casino with red sauce and hot peppers. That sounds like a winner. So if you like the heat, you might be bold, adventurous, and always up for a thrill or a challenge. Good for you. Go get 'em, Tiger. Rawr, claws out. Maybe just Fridays. Supreme, Jeannie, here you go. The Supreme Pizza Appreciator. A little bit of everything, right? You got some meats, you got some veggies, you got some, who knows? It's a little bit of everything. It's Supreme. You're likely versatile, ambitious, and open to trying new things. A true multitasker. I think that's kind of pins you a little bit, Jeannie. A vibrant breath of fresh air in a world of mundane pizzas. That's the Supreme Pizza Appreciator. Okay, you Hawaiian pizza types. You like the ham, you like the pineapple. I'm not going to front. I don't fight with the fight of the pineapple on pizza. You can put whatever the frick you want on pizza. Put it on there. Dump it on. Go crazy. Cut up Vienna sausages. Knock yourself out with your sad little pizza. Sweet and savory fans, though, often march to the beat of their own drum. Ergo, pineapple people who mix it with the savory of the meats and the sweets of the pineapple treats. Typically, Hawaiian pizza advocates are unique, free-spirited, and may not mind polarizing opinions. So, maybe a surfer bro that might drop into that polarizing a little bit. Oh, that's my shirt. I was like, what the hell's on my back? Oh, it's getting so wrinkled. Get back up here. And finally, our margarita pizza. Margarita connoisseur, a refined choice for those who appreciate authenticity, elegance, and a touch of sophistication in life. Oh, margarita pizza, pinkies up. Opulence, I has it. So there you go. Do you think that fits you? Do you think your favorite pizza fits you? Like I said, I kind of vary in my pizza choices, so. Do you know what day of the week you were born on? I was born on a Tuesday. I was born on a Tuesday. That's actually a sad moment in Forrest Gump, and I probably shouldn't take it for that. But if you don't know what day of the week you were born on, it's very easy. Just Google what day of the week was. My birthday was May 14, 1974. What day was that? It's a Tuesday. So look it up. You bet. I'll take a slice of that. And we're going to talk how your birth week reveals who you might have been in a past life and what role you played with your identity. So, your birthday, your birth week day reveals who you were in the past. Okay, you about ready to find out? Holy shnikes. Find out what day of the week you were. I'll give you a couple seconds. Solomon Grundy was born on a Monday. Sunday, fun day. Sunday. So Fred's a Sunday, and that's our first one on the list, obviously, first day of the week. Arguably, sometimes people say it's the seventh day of the week. You do you. Sunday. Fred, you were a ruler, a celebrity, or a leader, but you were definitely top of the pyramid, buddy. King Fred. I think Fred in a former life was probably, who would you have been? Maybe a king. I feel very kingly about you, but a good king, like not Henry VIII. He was kind of an asshole. So that's your Sunday, though. You're a ruler, a celebrity, or a leader. If you were a Monday, you were a cook, a nurturer, or a witch. A witch! Yes, or a witch, you Mondays. If you were born on a Monday, you were a cook, a nurturer, or a witch. So maybe you were a midwife, or maybe you were a secret witch and a midwife at the same time who cooked. Holy shit. I found you in history. You believe you were born on a Saturday. Julio was a Wednesday. You were the Burger King in a past life. Hey, I'll take it. Give me my checks. I was born on a Tuesday. If you were born on a Tuesday, you were a knight, a protector, or a warrior. Rawr! I was chucking sticks and stones at Buffalo. Rawr! Anyway, Tuesday, you were a knight, a protector, or a warrior. 'Tis only a flesh wound. I was Sir Robin, and I bravely, boldly ran away. If you were born on a Wednesday, Julio, in your past life, you were a journalist, a teacher, or a merchant. A journalist, a teacher, or a merchant. Julio taught, he lived on top of a mountain and taught monks how to become deadly assassins. And he also sold trinkets for the tourists that came up the mountain. Glad you found your inner peace. Here's your keychain, $5. Now go take out that leader. Okay, that's Wednesdays. Thursdays. Jeannie, you're a Thursday. You were a priestess, a scholar, or an explorer. Mighty Jeannie, on the deck of her ship, hoisting her flag. Yar! Exploring new places. You are a priestess, a scholar, or an explorer if you're born on a Thursday. On a Friday, you were an artist, a designer, or a beauty professional. Lucky you. Perhaps you invented, using seal fat as skin moisturizer. Caused nearly wiped out a species. Good job for you. An artist, a designer, or a beauty professional. And Saturday, old Saturday birthdays, you were an engineer, a lawyer, or a farmer. Saturday birthdays. An engineer, a lawyer, or a farmer. Well, that's kind of cool. So there you have it. What do you think you were in a past life? I think if I was a knight, a protector, or a warrior, I think it was probably maybe a gate. I was just a gate in a past life, a wrought iron gate. I held fast as the enemy approached. And they rammed me open. It's terrible. It's terrible. You know, Turkey Day is just around the corner. Look at this guy. Oh, my God, that's a big turkey. And what's up with that leg being so perky? I don't know. It's probably, I didn't make it. It's Shutterstock. This is a stock one today. Oh, I'm out of coffee. I forgot. So fast. Napoleon Dennis, I could see that. That's why Dennis sits around and watches the show with his hand tucked into his buttons. So, in honor of Thanksgiving just being around the corner, Wednesday, I'm sure we'll talk turkey a little more, talk a little Thanksgiving stuff. Bring your favorite Thanksgiving recipes Wednesday morning. We'll do a little recipe swap if you want. Toss them up here in the feed and share your recipes. Or if you've just got a link to your favorite recipe, you can toss it in the comments or whatever, But I have shared my cranberry relish recipe in the past. I don't know what I'm going to pull up this year. Maybe the Roquefort pear salad. I make that every year. One of my dad's favorites, and it's not too hard. But down to making the dressing and everything. I cook out the dressing, and it's pretty damn tasty. So anyway, bring some recipes Wednesday. We'll do a recipe swap. Remember that, Darren. You said you'll do a recipe swap Wednesday. Okay, self. So I've got 10 obscure Thanksgiving history nuggets for you. Just some random things. And right off the bat, we call it Thanksgiving. The first Thanksgiving wasn't even called Thanksgiving. It was 1621. The Pilgrims and the Wampanoag held a 3-day harvest feast. But the word Thanksgiving back then meant a religious day of prayer and fasting, not feasting. So Thanksgiving was not about, gorging themselves on all the delicious goods. It was actually about fasting. So they didn't call it Thanksgiving, but it was definitely a feast. It was definitely a party. They threw down. Some dude pulled out his acoustic and did Plush by Stone Temple Pilots. Here's a song called Plush. Do 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 ding 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 ding. And there's a couple of guys from the Wampanoag tribe that were like, "Oh no, not this guy again," But they still had a good time. Then he did Wonderwall, and like half the people left. Good morning, Rick. Number 2. The first feast guests showed up because they were intrigued by the sounds of gunfire. Yeah, gunfire led to the first guests at the first Thanksgiving that wasn't called Thanksgiving. The Wampanoag showed up after hearing pilgrims firing guns. They thought it was a battle call. But instead, they were like, oh, shit, they're having a party up in here. And they brought deer along that they killed. They brought the deer, and they said, here, we brought some meat, y'all. Let's cook it up. Yeah, Julio, for sure. I mean, in this life, I was worse, right? We got to kind of try to balance the karma of if we believe in reincarnation, we'll never balance that karma out. I was probably Genghis Khan's, pet in a past life. Definitely wasn't him, but I was probably some, terrible dog he owned that he just let the dog do terrible things to. Lick their eyebrows. That is a bizarre guess, but not it. We haven't any guesses in a hot minute. We got wrapped up in the birthday week stuff. I want to make sure I didn't miss any. Going back up through here. Not believing internet facts. Do a sit-up. No, we had some good guesses. We got close. Sit-up was a good guess. Number 3 on the list about Thanksgiving random obscureness is that turkey wasn't the main dish at Thanksgiving. It was actually venison. As mentioned, the 5 deer that were brought by the tribe. But venison, seafood like clams and fish, of course, geese, ducks, those kind of wild fowl, those were more likely on the menu than turkey. Just so you know. And not lick their eyebrows. And if you can lick your eyebrows, you need to start a TikTok channel, Rick, because people out there would love to see that shit. Number 4, do a pull-up. No, good guess, but not it. Colonists lacked ovens in 1621. What are the hints? I haven't given any hints yet, honestly. Just been basing off of guesses. There were no ovens. There was not really sugar. We didn't have butter. Colonists didn't have those things. So you wasn't having pumpkin pie at the first Thanksgiving. Now, they may have roasted pumpkins. They may have stewed pumpkins. Yum-a-dum-dum, I guess. But pie was off the table. It's not there. some of you, we've had the discussion of the cranberry sauce versus the cranberry relish. Not having an argument, but you like that sweet cranberry goodness, right? Cranberries, again, early settlers didn't have sugar. They didn't have sugar, okay? So cranberries were eaten raw, like crunchy, tart popcorn, but they were tart. Or they were added to savory dishes, like they cook it with the roast, cook it with the venison, cranberries. But not the sweet cranberry sauce you know today. That wasn't on the list. Do a squat. No, good guess. Vlad the Impaler. Dennis has proof. He's got the button. He's got the, I was friends with Vlad, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt, and it's got a spear sticking through the shirt, you know? That'd be good stuff. So, cranberries, tart cranberries. You know the poem, Mary Had a Little Lamb. Its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rules. Okay. The woman who wrote Mary Had a Little Lamb, the poem, campaigned for 17 years to make Thanksgiving a national holiday. Abraham Lincoln finally said yes in 1863. But Sarah Josepha Hale, she was the one that wrote Mary Had a Little Lamb, and she is the reason we have Thanksgiving. She campaigned to make it happen. Abraham Lincoln was like, okay, you betcha. Made it happen. Do a squat was a good guess as well. Back in 1939, Franklin Delano Roosevelt tried to move Thanksgiving a week up to boost retail sales during the Depression. 16 states refused. Said, up yours, FDR. So for 2 years, 1939, 1940, the United States had 2 different Thanksgivings until Congress fixed it in 1941. You ask your granddaddy. He won't remember that. That was a long time ago. The first Macy's parade was in 1924, and it featured live animals from the Central Park Zoo instead of balloons. I don't know how they got them to float. Do a flip. Ooh, that's a good guess. Not it. Not it. But I think you guys are on the right track that it's something physical. I mean, everybody's guessing that now, so just throw that out for a hint. But haven't guessed it yet. Yes, they were, Dennis. Yes, they were. Number 9 on the list, Benjamin Franklin. Remember that guy? You probably know this, but he argued he wanted turkeys as the national bird, not the American eagle, the bald eagle as we know it. He argued that turkeys were more respectable than bald eagles. He called them a bird of courage. I guess Ben probably got attacked by a couple of wild turkeys, walking through the woods. And, God dang it, and he'd get aggressive with you. He didn't get attacked by any eagles, so he's like, shh, they don't even come close, and they're not even delicious. Do a cartwheel. No, that's a good guess. Yep. So turkeys should have been our national bird. What do you think? You think we go to war with a majestic turkey? Gobble, 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 the war cry of America. Gobble, 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 gobble. But you know what? Eagles don't have a really piercing war cry. A lot of people think they do, but that's actually typically a red-tailed hawk screech that you'll hear used instead of an eagle. Because the eagle is more like a meow almost. It's not a big strong thing. All right, number 10 on the list, and then we're going to roll into our warm and fuzzies and wrap this Monday up. Most of what we know about the first Thanksgiving, 1621, that feast, most of what we know historically comes from one colonist, Edward Winslow, who mentioned it briefly in a letter to a friend. It wasn't a grand historic note like, everyone mark this date on ye calendar, forsooth and buckles on your shoes, for we are, they didn't wear those either. But the point is, we wouldn't even have known it happened had not Edward Winslow, great-great-great-grandfather of Michael Winslow from Police Academy fame, mentioning it in a letter. If he hadn't written that letter or said, Forget it. I don't want to mention Thanksgiving. I got heartburn. Back away from the table. What's your favorite part of the turkey? Are you a white meat? You dark meat? You like the legs, wings, breastises? I like the white meat. And I like a good smoked turkey leg, too. Ooh-wee. Yes, the wily wild turkey. Not the domestic yet tasty avian idiot. Yeah, the wild turkeys are a different thing than what we buy it from Butterball, for sure. You guys ever been turkey hunting? I've never gone turkey hunting. It's a lot different. Turkeys can see very well, and it's harder to hunt turkeys. I do remember a lot of terrible videos we watched in high school FFA about being safe while turkey hunting, you know, where like one guy is out hunting and is the poor hunter who's not paying attention and sneaks up and gets shot. Blow, blast him with a shotgun, grape jelly everywhere. Be safe in the woods. But I learned. By God, we knew. I don't know. Dennis, that's a good guess. Should be a pigeon. Yeah. Maybe what's the fattest bird I can think of? I don't know. Maybe a raw turkey, dead raw turkey. Get in the bathtub. No. 50% of Americans are unable to do this. You guys have gotten close. It is a physical thing that ye can do. And I don't know what it is. Oh, shit. I just realized I only have 2 of my warm and fuzzies. We cannot do warm and fuzzies without 3 warm and fuzzies. This is just freaking ridiculous, Darren. I knew I forgot something this morning. That's all right. We'll get to it here in a second. Warm and fuzzy time. Ha-ha. Look at me go. Number 1 on the list, KETV, a push-up. There you go. Rick got it. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. But yeah, you can't do a push-up. 50%, actually, it's 10 push-ups, but we're not going to drag it out to be that specific. 10 push-ups. More of us can do, oh, come on. The computer just locked up. You done? No, come on. Come on. You done? Okay, I think we're back now. Gee whiz. Over 50% of Americans are unable to do 10 push-ups. But I'm going to give you because push-up, because then we're just going to be nitpicking all the way through the warm and fuzzies about, Al, how many push-ups? No, it doesn't count. Let's see what your lucky number is today, Rick. We got the Century Casino dice. Shake them, don't break them. 7 come 11, even backdoor Little Joe. Hey, lucky number 11. You got a 6 and a 5 today. So good job. Good job sitting there and listening to me roll the dice. There you go. Rick's going to throw it all on 11. Is 11 a red or a black on a roulette wheel? I don't know. I've never really played roulette. I had a little toy one once. Taking bets. All right, KETV says an Omaha, Nebraska woman named Jan Robinson was shocked to find her cat, Ellie, alive after being trapped in a wall for 3 weeks. 3 weeks, this poor baby. Robinson believed her cat had run away until she heard meows. A plumber named Garrett Kahn cut a hole in the wall and rescued Ellie. Ellie proved cats may indeed have 9 lives. Stuck in the wall. For 3 weeks. Oh, that poor baby. How did she get through there? She had to have been so dehydrated. Poor baby. Damn. I know. Can you imagine? 3 weeks. Maybe it was like a really open wall, and then she was just like, I'm on sabbatical in this wall for a little bit. And then she ran out of mice and was like, it's time to get out. I need some daylight. So this happened in Missouri. I'm assuming at the one out in Springfield or somewhere over there, because there's not any really further east than there. So barely in Missouri, or maybe up in Kansas City. I don't know if they have Buc-ee's up there. But I know there's a Buc-ee's in Springfield and around Springfield in that area. A Missouri woman named Jenna Birdsong recently gave birth, in the Springfield Buc-ee's parking lot. America. She and her husband Nathan were on their way to the hospital. They had to pull over. She was in labor. It was coming now. They could not make it to the hospital. They pulled over in Buc-ee's. And by God, if you're going to pull over and have a baby in a gas station parking lot, I think a Buc-ee's is probably a good bet. Nathan helped to deliver the baby right there on the spot. Elena Grace Birdsong was born at 3:16 a.m. Emergency services arrived after he took care of business, Dad. Both mom and baby are healthy. Congratulations on what a fun story. A Bucky's baby. I hope Bucky's sets him up with like a Bucky's crib and like a whole bunch of baby shit. And a bunch of Bucky's nuggets. Beaver nuggets, whatever they call them. Gobble, 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 gobble. Thanks, Gregory Vaughn. Turkey stars. I like it. I think maybe for fun, get some edible decorations. And when you smoke your turkey and everything, before you take it out to the house and you wrapped it and everything, stick some just edible decorations on it, like little gold stars or something like that. And have people go, what? Disco turkey. That's what you need to do this year. Our last warm and fuzzy comes to us from Sterling Heights, Michigan, where police officer Edward Talia recently saved a choking baby. The baby was choking on milk at a Walmart. Talia cleared the baby's airway using his training. The baby's mother, Bailey Simon, is grateful for the quick action that saved her son. That's why they get that training. It's good stuff. Free chili cheese hot dog. Free biscuit for life for that baby. That'd be nice. That's your warm and fuzzy. And I guess that's really it for this Monday show. Going to get on down the road. Got a lot of things to try to accomplish this week before the short week is done. I'll be back on Wednesday morning for another show. We'll wrap up. Oh, look at that. I didn't even bring the warm and fuzzy cheetahs in. Come here. It's not an effective warm and fuzzy without some actual warm and fuzzy. Look at this little baby. Oh, my God. You know, I'll say if I die because an animal killed me, it's going to be because I saw an animal baby and could not resist the intrusive thoughts and all the common sense that I know and have been trained and have all in my brain. That baby was by itself on the Serengeti, and here I'm walking around, and there it is. I'm loving on it. Cheetah comes up and kills me. Baby gets to eat me too. Then I guess that's how I'm going. Your son was nearly born at a grocery store. They wouldn't let me leave, so I missed the birth. They wouldn't let you leave the grocery store? Or, good Lord. Well, thanks, guys. I will see you on Wednesday. We'll talk turkey and God knows what else, and then we'll kick off the Thanksgiving shenanigans. And then, one other thing, too, if you're local, riverradiodeals.com. It's our Cyber Monday sale today, all day. There's like 17, 18, 20, I don't know, items. Everything's 50% off. And there's stuff in there like a four-wheeler. You can get a four-wheeler at half price, and big-ass smoker half price. So you can get a Golden Corral breakfast for two at half price. All kinds of stuff. Go over there and check it out. Buy some stuff. I already bought mine. Matter of fact, first thing I do in the morning, I get up and I go sit on the toilet. I went on the toilet and did a little Twitter on the shitter shopping on riverradiodeals.com. I got some Scooter's Coffee, and I got some Kenny's Flippin' Burgers, and I got some Firehouse Subs, and what else? And Teriyaki Madness is on there. I don't know if there's any left right now. I'm not going to look for you. You can do that yourself. You're a big kid. Go get them, Tiger. Have a great week, guys. I'll see you Wednesday morning. That's terrible, Julio. I hope that place burned to the ground. Have a happy week. I'll see you Wednesday.